個 channel 而家試緊，試下睇下點先。佢，但我而家用咗另外，我好揾到個 Gmail， 勁揾到喎。Connect and close it to start.
It's dressed to impress.
If you like that look, that's exactly what he's doing.
Certain guys
After review, there is no foul on the play. There's contact made with the ball, and the ball is part of the hand. Therefore, the challenge is successful. It will be Utah ball on the side with 24 and a 24-second shot clock. They lose the time. They retain the timeout because the mandatories are over.
Yeah, there's Tony Brothers with the call. A successful challenge. And Utah gets the ball back.
And the Lakers looking to go 4-0 against Utah this year. If they do, it'll be their first season sweep of the Jazz since 2019-20. And their first 4-game sweep of Utah since 85-86 when they actually went 5-0 against them. You played your rivals for a game or more back then. Underneath. Sends the balls underneath. He turns over too strong. Good rebound. Let's go to the break.
Running. Look to that rim.
In the attacking zone.
What's up with Lingbo?
And gets fouled.
A lot of contact. Sensabaugh did not like it. Bron's looking at him like, he definitely bumped me, bro.
其實可以令他嘅先。
Yep, definitely gave him a bump. Bron shooting that fade off the glass.
Yeah, we talk about the consistency in running the floor. Top 5 fast break points all 8 seasons in a Laker uniform. Wow. Yeah, that's the bottom third of his career.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
He's above 35 all those years.
而家佢點啊？有呢定
plus points in each of the last 9 for LeBron when Luka has not been in the lineup. Luka, of course, will win the scoring title this year. It's going to fall short of the 65 games, which will put him out of contention for all NBA honors. The conversation for the MVP would not be eligible. There was some talk about trying to get an exemption.
Yeah, getting or appealing the 2 games that he missed because of the birth of his daughter. So if he can get those back, he might be eligible.
Yeah, he actually has more minutes than a lot of guys. Way more than Wemby.
Yeah, for sure.
So they're thinking about, what we're going to think of total minutes instead of total games. Maybe down the road.
That would make some sense if you could add that as an else. Like you have to play 65 games or log at least 22,000 minutes, 2,200 minutes, however you want to do it. Because there are a couple guys in the conversation that have a lot more minutes than one.
Remember, AR was hurt a good portion of the year too. Those two winding up the top scoring duo in the NBA. And what a start of the year it was for Austin Reeves, and then got hurt on Christmas. Which derailed any of the All-Star talk.
Right.
Yeah. Sat out a good period of time.
And now the oblique.
And again, no timetable. Let's hope he makes it back. Playoffs. It could be Minnesota again. Minnesota took out the Lakers in round one last year, so avenging that would be on the Lakers' mind. Marcus Smart for three.
Great find.
Rebound taken by Mbang. Sensible. He's going to fire a lot of threes. If he's open, he'll be letting it fly.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good shooter. Can't leave him open.
The 37%er from out there. He had 41 points against Minnesota back in March. And in that game, he had 4 threes, but that was busy. LeBron running the show. And then he goes again, drifts off to the right. That's a good box out. Kleba, hustle, and Arabia's got it. A fresh 14.
Extra possession. 0 for 1. Well, shot clock is not low enough.
Could be the 2 for 1 now. With 5, with 4, Marcus Smart. Kleba tackling. Kleba doing well. But Utah's got it now. Taken away by Vando.
He might have got away with a kick ball.
Shot clock is off. LeBron surrounded and gets fouled.
He finally got the foul that he wanted.
Was there a kick ball in there?
Vando might have got away with one.
A kick save and a beauty.
On that steal.
And with that, this is the home of the LA Kings, of course. I'll get to that in a second. Here it is. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He had his feet all over that ball.
By the way, yesterday was the Kings' last home game in the regular season, and we need to shout out one of the greatest Kings of all time, Andre Kopitar, and he played his last regular season home game. 20 years, and he's calling it a career. Hopefully he'll be back for the playoffs, but what a great guy, too.
Congratulations.
What a leader, Andre Kopitar.
Bron sinks 2. Utah will get the last shot. No sense about it. He's going up.
Going up with 1-0. Thrown out of bounds off of Sensabaugh by LaRavia.
Good trap.
And no time. Oh, LeBron fired it up. I guess he didn't care if that counted as a field goal attempt.
It's a free attempt now.
Oh, that's right. It is at the end. That score maintains 37-35. The lead maintains, let's put it that way.
OK
The
喎嘛？
Lakers would play Houston in round 1, regardless of what happens here. Sensabaugh.
點解你都話唔
Straight as a string, and down it
Good
goes.
pressure.
He's a good shooter. You can't leave him open.
我可以
Looks like
加多
Lakers
個
in some
即
type
係
of zone maybe to start.
They've been doing that most of the year. They switch it around.
即係我呢度咧有3個，
Yeah, go in,
我咧就係
mix
呢
it up
個
some.
配
Make a team.
share 就係呢個啦。第二個係 video capture 嘅，我試咗 video source。咁我估咧呢度咧係可以加多個 video screen capture，
Almost.
但係咧或者加多個可以加多個 let's say 係
Controlled by Mbang.
我可能加多個 browser，然後呢一個係你，
And they're going to let it go.
我試下可能加個 browser，然後可能係呢個 inject 拎落去啦。
On vacation.
呢個可以又擺喺側
There
邊
you。go, Marcus Smart.
Marcus, and he puts his hands
呢個我呢
to the sky.
2 for $1.
Now he needs
可以係咁咯，
threes to reach
可以係咁
100
咯，
for the season.
可以係咁咯。
Blake Hinson
跟住
can't
Sang.
score. So from 3 so far in this game, they are 2 for 10. But they've got a 2-on-1 against the Lakers. Sensabaugh, good play by Smart, who says he was throwing his elbow out at me.
You try to push off. I think they got away with a kick too. Get
Another
that
one.
steal. And Bron, of course, reading the floor. Finding Smart on the left wing. Knock down Trey Ball.
Marcus, who turned
Raises
32
senses.
early March.
And then Marcus Smart going up to try to defend the rim. A little vet move there. Got him on his arms against him.
Yeah, I think he got him in the face too, actually, with his left hand going up.
Sends
With
the
the
ball, try
initial
to
lead.
push him off some, but Smart, jumped on top of that shoulder, not letting him use it, allowing him to use it.
喂，
Free throw time. Sensabaugh
喂，
in this Jazz team. Second worst point differential in the NBA. Washington's going to
條
end
聲
up
拎手
as the
嚟，到
worst.
時我插咗咪就
This
知道
team had lost 10 in a row before their win the other night, and 22 of 25 Talk about falling on hard times.
Very hard times.
And that one's knocked away from LeBron. So LeBron early, 10-5-4. Can we put the triple-double watch on this early?
Yeah, I doubt he plays enough minutes.
Oh, that's the big question. The big key. LeBron's doing a little bit of everything. Marcus shot put that one up. Look at Kleba. In between 3 Jazz players. They bounce it out now to midcourt. On its way from 3. Blake Hinson can't score. They're looking for the outlet. The spin by LeBron. You saw that coming. LeBron, the spin by LeBron. And the block that time by Konchar. He saw it coming too.
Good defense. Defense saw that one coming. They knew he was going to do the double spin.
No basket.
Trying to get that double spin. John Konchar. Coming from the weak side. Getting a piece of it.
Konchar was one of the 2 off the bench in the game against Memphis with a triple-double. He went 11, 11, and 10, had 5 steals and 2 blocks, and he has that block here tonight. And as his coach said, if there's a ball nearby, his hand will touch it. He's a good, solid defender.
Very underrated defender.
Yep.
Sneaky, deceptive, sneaky, bouncy.
Rui.
Athletic.
Konchar.
Yes, very.
Yeah. Purdue Fort Wayne went 4 years there. Lakers have it now. LeBron once again seeking the rim. And the foul will be called. And he's going to march right to the free throw line.
Forcing you to foul him. Yeah. Kind of speed he gets downhill in that court.
All right, with LeBron about to shoot free throws, I want to remind all you Laker fans, you know the drill. Tacos are on the line again tonight. If the Lakers win, you're going to score a couple of free tacos with a drink purchase from Jack in the Box tomorrow. By the way, this is our last telecast of the year. We'll explain that when we come back. Timeout was at a very bad time right there. But we'll come back after this. We'll tell you all about it.
Gets a wide open free dunk from Marcus Smart.
Yeah, and there's that plus minus you referred to.
243. That just shows you he's the glue.
That is healthy.
Very healthy.
All right, my thought was, I was saying everybody, this is our last telecast. The network has taken over the first round of the playoffs and the play-in, so we are done after tonight. But what I do invite everybody to follow the pre and the post-game show. They will have a pre and post-game show before every single game as LeBron pokes that away. So no matter where the game will be on Spectrum, you can see Geeter and Allie and everyone. Big game. Danny probably.
Possibly.
Yeah, we'll be there. And also, if you want to, follow John and Michael on the radio on 710 ESPN Radio. Baseline, and hopefully they will go deep into June. Here is Williams. Now on to the outside. Again, a missed 3. So they're 2 for 13. Sensabaugh leans in. Can't shoot there.
Yeah, I don't predict a high-scoring night from them tonight.
And they're at 31%. After just knocking down the Nets in their last game, LeBron looks for a cutter. Instead, he throws it away. And then Marcus Smart is going to be called for the foul, impeding the progress of Mbang.
Great steal. Way to play for passing lanes. And then try to go behind the back. Marcus Smart got physical with him.
Now the Lakers 2 times this year, we talk about that magic number of 140. 2 times this year, the Lakers have reached 140 against the Jazz. They really feasted on him earlier. Got a sweep at 4-0. Sensabaugh again.
You can shoot it.
Well, we warned you, didn't we?
We did, and all it takes is one for a shooter to feel in rhythm.
36-29. We're 3.5 minutes into the second quarter here on Spectrum Sportsnet and the app. Live from Crypto.com Arena. Lakers look for their 53rd win and their 28th here at home, and out of bounds it goes.
It's a good screen by Smart, forcing the switch. DeAndre Ayton had a small on him. Just couldn't get it up to the rim.
Ball be out of bounds. Lakers on the floor. Ayton, Laravia, James, Rui, and Smart. LeBron right there. Count it. And 1.
It just shows you Marcus Smart time and time again. Heads up plays. Him and LeBron locked eyes. Saw what Cody Williams was doing. Wasn't paying attention. LeBron cuts back door. Going to the rim. Trying to dunk. Gets fouled. There's a chance for 3-point play. And he converts.
The 4-time MVP, the 4-time champ, 22-time All-Star. 60 games. Actually his 4th highest total as a Laker this year. And averaging 21 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. And by the way, he did reach that milestone, 12,000 career assists the other night. Fourth in NBA history to get there.
I mean, at this point, I'm surprised he's not #1 in every category. But that's a lot of assists.
Yeah, you're not going to catch John Stockton. Nobody is. He's way out in front of everybody, just like LeBron may never be caught as far as all the points that he scored in the regular and the playoffs. LeBron again, and 2 more to that total.
He's so smart and so much stronger than everybody else.
Here, down comes the throwdown that time by Hinson.
Strong finish.
Blake Hinson out of Pittsburgh. Played 32 games for the Rip City Remix this year in the G League. Behind the back. Now trying to put on a little bit of a dance is Mbang. Getting a hand on it is Braun. Ayton comes up with it. Now up for James. James goes around 1 into the corner. It finds Rui. Rui doubled up, double team. That's not where you want to get double team. Now finally it gets to LaRavia. Right back to LeBron. Moves that basketball. Oh, DeAndre trying to throw it down.
And got the foul. This is great ball movement. Extra possessions, hustling, fighting, scrapping, trying to get the ball, beating them to it. Again, a wide open Nick Smith Jr. at the top of the key. Had a great look. And DeAndre Ayton tries to put it back. Ace Bailey gets him on the arm.
By the way, let's say congratulations to Nick Smith Jr. New 2-year contract, which means he'll be eligible for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I congratulate him when I shook his hand and laid him on. Seeing him in the G League do some numbers. I mean, beginning of the season, had unbelievable games. Like in Portland, come off the bench, give you a 20-plus point game, and give you an opportunity to win with some guys being out. So he's just been one of those staples for them in the G to come up in and do some good things.
I also saw him do some good things when he was with Charlotte. Of course, last year in the NBA. Nick Smith Jr. So, as I said, congrats to him, armed with a new contract, ready to roll in the postseason. That one just gets by the hand of LaRavia, who's second to Luka in steals.
跟住咧 ，once click on the steering
Williams
camera,
trying
the
to attack, and that's going to be a foul before the takeaway. 6:48 to play here in the second. Lead is a dozen. Utah has not led in the game.
So
Rui got him just a hair on the wrist.
Copy solo good.
Now the bench for the Lakers has only scored 2 tonight, 15 for Utah. How about this? Takeover. Go ahead, Carl's Jr.
What the clock? The new Western Bacon Chicken Sandwich. Only at Carl's Jr.
Free throws. Once again coming to Williams. Cody Williams. You mentioned older brother Jalen, who plays for the Thunder. They're already locked in, the defending champs, the #1 seed. Spurs will be #2.
They're #1 overall, right?
Yeah, best in the NBA.
Second year in a row.
And in that home court all the way through. Yeah, they had more wins last year. Here's the spin into the corner. LaRavia cuts him off right at the baseline. Okay, what? Mbang knew he had missed it, tried to get it, but LaRavia just too tall, too strong. Took it from him. Rui trying to get to the rim. Stops right on a dime and scores.
Mid-range on 99. Once he gets to that mid-range.
He's now 5th in three-point percentage, by the way, 44%, which would be the best percentage all time by a qualified Laker. Actually, he's this close to being the best. He's just behind Vladimir Radmanovic, who in 08-09, it would help if he scores this one. He does not. So he's 0 for 2. Yeah, he's trying to.
Could have raised the percentage some.
He's trying to pass Radmanovic tonight. He's got some work to do. 0 for 2 to start. Straight away. Rebound and a strong one by DeAndre Ayton. That's what you love to see.
And Utah is not letting the shot clock run down by any bit. They're getting shots up early in the shot clock.
DA 10 and 7 in the first half. double-double opportunity for him. Hinson. He stands 6'8", about 230. Wide open is Bez, who scores.
Bez and Bang. Talked about him pregame.
All-time steals leader at Yale. How about that? He played 41 games with the Sioux Falls Skyforce. If you knew that name for that team, you're a big G League fan. As we hope you are.
Let's go, buddy.
Just knocked that about. See, one thing about Utah, they get their hands on a lot of basketballs. They're top 10 in steals, actually, in the NBA.
Yeah, I did not know that, but they play at a fast pace. Jay doesn't like it.
Big in the second quarter. Again, if that maintains that lead, Lakers will open up against the Houston Rockets, KD, and the Rockets. First 2 games would be here at Crypto.com. But again, long way to go in that one, and who knows who's going to be playing in the second half in that one. Not a lot of starters on either side.
Yeah, I'd imagine they'd sit a lot of good amount of people.
Yeah, whose bench is going to be better? That'll tell the story.
Yep.
Yeah. Concha. Pretty underrated player, John Concha. Been around the league a while. Here is Laravia towing the line.
Very underrated. I had a chance to play alongside him. Didn't play much, but in Memphis I was with him.
Yeah.
Just saw his athleticism. Really surprised me.
Yeah, so you know the talent. Open is Rui.
Raise that percentage, Rui.
Makes his next one. He's at 50% for the night. He edges closer to having the greatest three-point season of all time, percentage-wise.
Your next 3 in a row.
Put up and in. G-Way. Oscar. He's played 15 minutes. He's got 10 points. He's one of 2 in double figures for the Jazz. The other is 6 along. You got Rui and DeAndre in double figures for the Lakers. And LeBron, of course, leading the way with 16. Marcus Smart straight away, 6 to shoot. Here in the second quarter. The Lakers are up. Open. Nick Smith Jr. That is fresh from the outside.
Show them why they gave you 2 years.
Get out there, play freely, play with a lot of confidence.
He's definitely one of those guys that can fill it up quick.
Little back door, they wanted Conchar. Of course, there's Laravia to make the steal, who started in 11 straight now. 5 straight with multiple steals. Again! Ring it up!
All it takes is 1. Now he's hot. Next time down, you better find Nick Smith Jr.
Oh yeah, the Lakers are going to find him. Everybody, yeah, they got to find him. Lakers got to find him. I mean, you as a player, you're always aware of who's the hot hand, you would think. You have to.
Yeah, any type of IQ.
Yeah. And everybody expects you to get it. Yourself. There's Nick Smith. Got to get a bounce.
Hesitated a little bit. Bad catch, bad pass.
Yeah, you had some great shooting runs, and they would find you.
Yeah,
that is for sure. Yep. Well, they're bumping and grinding down low. Ball's right into the lap of Laravia.
Getting real physical down there.
Timeout Lakers.
Nick Smith Jr. signed a new 2-year deal. Showing them why. Knocking down 2 threes. Real quick.
With a halftime report, we remind you every game in the playoffs, every game, no matter where, when, or what network, here on Spectrum Sportsnet, we will have a pre and a post-game show. The only way you're going to get all the local knowledge. Rui got it! There you go, 2 out of 4.
Keep raising that percentage, Rui, right there. Just knock down 2 more, and then you're pretty golden. Just can't miss anymore.
Yeah, like that, no pressure.
Yeah.
Now back to Sensabaugh on the outside. You see first one to Azusa Pacific, little D2 action. Undrafted, 2025, was playing for the G League team earlier this year at a high of 24. Stolen away. That was not a good pass. And here's Conchar. Boy, he got up there before LeBron could even think about
He
challenging.
knew LeBron was chasing him, so
Yeah.
you gotta get to the rim before he does, because at 41, he still can get up there and block it.
Yeah, one of the great chase down blockers of all time, to be honest. 57-45, less than a minute.
Great pass.
Rui again. Yes, sir! He's got it.
He's heating
3
up.
threes.
Yeah. In great rhythm. Now he's the hot hand. Make sure you find Rui.
That's 116 threes now for the season for Rui. Again, he was at 44%. Vlad Radmanovic, 44.1 back in 08-09. Laravia going to play keep away on the perimeter. LeBron loses it, but it was because it was knocked out of bounds.
呢個係冇 time out miss，
John Conchar again.
time out 半場，就總之
Lakers putting up 60
一個之後
in
20
the
分鐘。
first half. Do a little house cleaning. Of course, Danny Green alongside.
有條 link，
Gonna get a stew
呢
tonight.
個係 down 落，
LeBron.
即
Back
係
to
佢
the
都係
basket. There's Conchar. And LeBron just bullied his way in,
It's
didn't
a
he?
grown man move. I'm just a grown man.
62-45. Utah will get the last shot.
咩炒你屋啊？
Facing
咁
their
樣係唔知啦
33rd loss on the road this year and 40th to Western competition. Long three, air ball.
正係咪
Air
Jimmy
ball.
嚟嘅嗰
Lakers
個？
have 3
嗰個成個 Max
threes to bring it down and get a look.
Cooper
Somebody gets a free shot.
And it could be LeBron James. With one, LeBron counterfeit goes.
Great look.
Yeah, crowd was ready to explode. Good half though for the Lakers.
Great half. Great half.
Arabia slides in. And, you know, I don't know that we'll see a ton of minutes here for Ayton or Marcus Smart or Hachimura, but Smart particularly just want to get a few more minutes, right? This is just the third game back after he missed a couple of weeks. So he's out there, maybe run a couple actions with Ayton and then, you know, get those guys some rest and play the young guys and just get through this game healthy, Billy and Danny.
Yeah, and also the fact that Denver is way up in their game against San Antonio. So this game would mean literally nothing in that respect. So health is even more than number one if that's possible.
Health is wealth.
1+, 1A, 1B, all of it. That's a throw out of bounds. He says, yeah, that's totally my bad.
Yeah, this half is definitely going to be a Nick Smith Jr., Dalton Connect, Theoro type of half.
That's 14 points in San Antonio tonight. Remind you of the ramifications a little bit later on. Actually, I'll remind you right now if you joined us late. If Denver
Enable
wins,
use live
that means they are
control room
locked into
by
the
going
third
stream
seed, and the Lakers will start with
customization.
Houston.
I'll go
And
on
again, there
live
will
chat
be an entire week
before
of going through at least
streaming
Saturday.
settings. Live control room
When the playoffs will start, there'll be a week of playing action as Rui hits the mid-range.
99.
That's it. That's if you play video games.
2K especially.
It's as high as you can get. Oh, stolen away by Bronny. He's got it. Attacking one-on-one. Oh, great move. Smooth move that time.
Looking like
Bronny
that.
James.
Looking like that on the break.
endgame 冇發現我哋會咁樣
He
嘅
could
發現
get close to 20 minutes in the second half alone. Shake and bake on the far side over Rui. That shot's on the way. That's why they love Ace.
It's a very tough shot. Falling away, off balance, fading. Off the one leg.
He has 16, 20-plus games
跟住咧
this year.
control room
No,
No,
a
it's
slow
screen.
start though. Here's Rui, mid-range again. Ooh, that one glances off the rim. So the Lakers are shooting 50% tonight. They've
喺 YouTube 嘅
knocked down 6 threes at a 37% clip. Shibwe, right side, Hinson. Blake Hinson hits the 3 on the year. He's a 49%er from out there, but of course the sample size isn't huge. Ronnie got it! Inside, outside, James for a couple of baskets.
Let's see it, Junior. It's your half. It's your show.
It really is. That one rolls around and spills in.
Cody Williams.
Yeah. Cody, who's averaging 24 minutes a game, just under 9 points. As they wind down their season. Lob underneath. Count it! And one for the big guy.
Lost the foul. Him and Marcus Smart have a great connection.
Okay.
Passing lanes, getting out and running. Running from his pops, transition. Left hand finish smooth. Coming off the pick and roll, defense goes under.
That's it.
I'm feeling good.
Now again, the Lakers lead the NBA in field goal percentage at 50.2. Oh, that didn't count. Come on.
They gypped him.
Come on.
Customization.
Second in scoring from the starting lineup, too. I had mentioned that earlier. 87.5 points. Lakers also lead the league in clutch net rating and are 22-8 in clutch games. This one may not get it. Marcus had it for an inside. And scores at the rim.
Chet is
I really
disabled.
dislike when they do that. Take away baskets. It's like, oh, it wasn't a shot attempt.
It looked like it to me.
This is the league of continuation. What other things was he doing with basketball before he got it? Other than shooting.
Ronnie looking for another one. Boy, he changed the arc on that one. All right, so DA has got a shot attempt and a make on that one.
And a rebound. Double-double watch.
He's at 16 and 8, throwing an assist. 7 out of 9. Trying to move in and spin. There's Bailey. Right back out to Hinson. Everything operating here on the right wing. Shibwe goes right around, Ayton to score on the reverse.
It just slithered right off of him. Good pass.
Ooh, wow. Arabia, not going to happen.
Ace Bailey with the tough block.
That's really. Ace being an ace on that one. That's going to count, and one. Free throw shooting tonight, 17 free throw attempts for the Lakers. Just 12 for Utah. And Mbang will be at the free throw line. 65%er. Again, we mentioned a standout defender. Been on a couple of 10-day contracts.
Yes. Coming from Yale. Impressive.
Very.
And was it South Dakota or North Dakota?
Sioux Falls.
There you go.
The Skyforce, remember?
Making a name for himself in the G.
Smart, Laravia. Third quarter action here at Crypto.com Arena. Eight misses mid-range. Oh, running the lane. Shibwe and Ayton came back. Bounce it now to Smart. On the left wing, three-point country with the dribble. Picks it up, gives it now to Laravia. Jake has not scored in the game. In fact, he only has one shot attempt. Marcus for three. A weak side rebound.
Everyone to Boston who are on the banks of the Charles River. Celtic fans grateful for the unheralded but not underappreciated role players.
Back check.
Look at that, Ernie. Look at it, Ernie.
I
Pay
see
attention, Ernie.
It's a perfect read.
And that's how you
Did you
play.
jump in the water?
Nope.
Did you jump? Look like you.
Had that prolific first half, left that one short. Wagner on the break. Got to the rim, but left it short.
He hit his back pretty well on that stanchion.
Desmond Bane does not start this third quarter, Doris, for Orlando. He's only played 6 minutes tonight. Boncaro inside and draws the foul from Harper Jr. and Shulga. Bane has played all 82 games this season. He started all 82. Might not get much more tick going forward.
Angel telling us before the game he didn't intend on playing that many minutes this evening. 6 was under what I expected, however.
Banchero at the foul line. Led the team in scoring 33 times this year. Angel?
Yeah, just as far as the 82 games for Desmond Bane, I was able to catch up with him. The team references him as Iron Man. Coach said the same. He said he does everything for this team. He's just that guy that's a real one. But when I was talking to Jalen Suggs, he just mentioned how he continues to show up. But Desmond Bane mentioned, he said he was speaking with Tyus before the season, and he wanted to make sure that he wrote down an accomplishment. He said the words that he wrote down was consistently show up. He said this is the greatest accomplishment of his career, being able to show up, especially as a starter. And that has not been done for the Orlando Magic since Dwight Howard back in 2009, guys.
Something to take note of. Wagner in the paint, got it to fall. You know, Desmond Bane, at 27 years old, Doris, is the oldest starter. When you look at Banchero, 23, Wagner, 24, Carter Jr., 26, and Suggs, only 24.
Well, there are many reasons they considered him a perfect match. As you see Carter's ability to guard on the perimeter.
Harper Jr. out front against Wagner defensively, and Harper Jr.
This guy,
on a heater.
This guy continues to impress. His ability to get to the spots on the floor that he wants, and if you're conceding the jump shot, he's more than happy to take it.
Orlando's lead down to 9. Banchero walking shoulder down and had it knocked out of bounds. It'll stay at this end.
Harper Jr. has been in attack mode all evening. And Franz Wagner, the only guy in front. As soon as Franz reached, the ability to cross him over and get right to the cup. He's consistently touched the paint.
Former two-way player. That three a little bit long by Carter Jr. Harper Jr., meanwhile, earned a standard 2-year deal last weekend. On cue for 3. Garza battling for the rebound. Tied up. We'll have a jump ball. Luka Garza. Interminable effort there, giving them another opportunity.
Had
Eight boards.
trouble getting consistent run in Minnesota, but has filled the backup 5 spot beautifully here.
Moving forward, Doris, how impactful you think Garza can be in the playoffs, coming in after Queta and even Vucevic?
Yeah, I think there's questions across the roster. Mark, I think Shireman obviously has played his way into a consistent role. Can he get this one to go? Indeed. You know, Jordan Walsh can be a difference maker on the defensive end. He's got to play disciplined defense, but, you know, he can make an impact. For Garza, what I wonder is, as you see Paolo playing bully ball. Let's watch Shireman work a little bit because he's been terrific all afternoon. Harper, the little shovel pass, and Shireman a nice little efficient dribble. What I wonder about Garza is, listen, he's going to be part of the rotation. You know, how much may be contingent on the matchup. And what I wonder is, will his minutes be affected? Down the stretch of the Oklahoma City game, Joe Mazzulla played Jason Tatum at the 5. And so it's only 2% of the minutes in the time Jason has come back that he's been at the 5. But it was good against Oklahoma City to close. And how much do we see it in the playoffs?
Interesting. Banchero misfiring on the second. I was wondering, coming into this contest tonight, this being a potential first round 2 against 7 matchup with Boston locked into number 2. How much would Joe Mazzulla and prod to have Orlando reveal themselves a little bit? As Garza spins and Poles got it blocked by Carter Jr. It'll be baseline out of bounds, Boston basketball.
We saw Carter Jr. get down in a stance and guard the perimeter. Now he's going to come over in rotation and send Mr. Garza's shot into the second row.
7-point lead. Walsh on the baseline out of bounds. Nice cut for the layup. Boston cuts that lead to just 5. Orlando still playing for a chance to make it to the 6th seed. A guaranteed playoff spot, trying to avoid the play-in tournament. Banchero playing with his food. Kicks it back out to Silva on the show and go. Well defended, but fouled by Walsh.
So you often wonder about special situations. What's your execution level on those special situations? Watch the screen initially by Jordan Walsh, and then the sprint to the cup. But then you get what I consider to be a weakness for him, the fouling issue. There's times where he can be undisciplined as a defensive player. Impactful, certainly. But as you know, Joe Mazzulla believes so much in the possession game that they are a top 5 defensive team without putting their opponent at the free throw line a ton.
That's a bit of a challenge with an Orlando team that shoots the most free throws per game in the NBA. Harper out top against Wagner. Shireman with the ghost screen. Off the flare. Great action by the Celtics. Everything but the bucket, Doris.
Mark, that's action they've gone to an awful lot this season. That off-the-ball screening.
That's going to be a goaltend call. Count the bucket for the Magic. Wagner gets credit for it. Wagner now, pardon me.
I'll get a second look at it.
Yeah.
Easy.
Wagner.
Yeah, easy call.
Wagner guarding Harper Jr. Spits it out to Walsh for 3. Got it.
And that's the open shots are going to come in a playoff series for Jordan Walsh, right? If he's on the floor, he's the one guy you're going to come off. Just if not, because you know you're not going to give one to Derek White or either of the Jays.
Walsh has been an indispensable piece at times, and Suggs, he's shooting the ball well from deep here tonight, folks. 5 of 10 overall from downtown. 17 points in the ball game for Jalen Suggs. Harper Jr. out top against Carter. Shireman drives it past Suggs, spits it out to Shulga. Got it.
Great drive, though. You know, Suggs on the closeout had a tough angle, and that's what you do. You attack it and create for others.
Down to a 4-point lead, and that's going to be a foul against Wagner. Great hustle by Shireman. Bruised but not beaten. Just a sore back. Back after this. Come back to NBA Sunday, presented by State Farm. Well, the Boston Celtics signature, Doris, continues to be the proclivity for three-pointers taken.
Doesn't matter who is in or out of the rotation, the emphasis remains the same. Shireman has been terrific. Harper Jr. from the outset of this basketball game has been aggressive and assertive, and this happened just a couple of moments ago, and then Shulga off the read, the rim read by Shireman makes good.
Remember, Orlando has to win tonight in order to have an opportunity at the number 6 seed. Right now, Philadelphia in control in their game.